All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're talking about a massive shift in how financial crime gets uncovered. We're moving away from just looking at spreadsheets and, well, we're starting to look at social media feeds. This is the new world of lifestyle profiling. And I'm going to start with something that might sound a little out there, but it's becoming more and more real every single day for investigators all over the world. Your lifestyle, what people can see, can now literally be used as evidence. Okay, so to really get what this means in the real world, let's just dive straight into a case study that happened pretty recently and, it tells you everything you need to know. So, we're heading to Brazil just this past April, and who are we talking about? A social media influencer, someone whose online life, full of luxury and success, ended up catching the eye of the authorities, and not in a good way. And that really begs the question, right? In a world where everyone's posting everything, what is it that makes an investigator stop scrolling and say, wait a minute, something's not right here?
Well, here's what's so fascinating. It was the stuff you could see right there on the screen. We're talking about super flashy luxury cars, popping up in photos, stories from these incredible international trips, buying up all sorts of high-end stuff. The problem? None of it, absolutely none of it, lined up with the income they were actually declaring.
And, once investigators started to pull back the curtain, the numbers were just staggering. They found over $2 million moving through accounts that had no legitimate explanation. We're not talking about a small mistake here. This was a massive, glaring red flag. And this is where that whole online fantasy just came crashing down into reality. The investigation wrapped up, and all those assets, they were seized. And the money trail led right back to a pretty sophisticated scheme laundering proceeds from drug trafficking. So look, this story isn't just some random one-off event. It's actually a perfect textbook example of a key new concept in the fight against money laundering. It's what investigators now call the mismatch profile. So what does that actually mean? A lifestyle versus income mismatch? That's now considered a huge red flag. It's basically the official term for when the life you're showing off, what you're spending, what you own, is totally out of whack with the money you're supposed to be making. And this one idea? It's turning the whole world of anti-money laundering, or AML, completely on its head. The focus is shifting, and I mean dramatically, from just looking at single transactions to analyzing a person's entire behavior. You can really see the before and after here. The old way, traditional AML, was all about checking boxes, right? Looking at your official Know Your Customer documents, flagging a weird one-off transaction. But the new AML? It's about connecting the dots. It's using analytics, it's profiling lifestyles, and it's pulling in data from all over the place to see if the whole story adds up. To put it as simply as I can, the game has totally changed. For years and years, it was all about the paperwork, what you filed with your bank or the government. Now, it's more and more about the life you're showing to the entire world. So, if you're a bank or a regulated company, what does this all mean for you? Well, it means the old rulebook is out the window. You need a completely new playbook to actually fight this stuff effectively. And this is basically that new playbook. It starts with getting way smarter about customer risk profiles from day one. It means you don't just refresh someone's documents, you actually have to validate their whole financial picture. Systems are now being built to track these unusual wealth indicators. And the big one? You have to integrate intelligence from outside the bank. And yep, that means looking at someone's digital footprint. And this quote, man, it just sums it all up perfectly. It's not just about where did the money come from anymore. The new question, the one that really matters, is does the life you're living actually justify the money you have? Which leaves us with a pretty big question to think about, right? As our online lives and our financial lives basically become the same thing, what does it really mean when your online footprint becomes your financial one?